Yeshua's name. Living kingdom culture, breaking every chain. Sound the alarm.
Run, rise up strong.
Contend for the faith
where we belong.
Boldly we stand.
Passionately fight
for the King and his kingdom.
Power and might.
Sound it now.
Sound it now.
Rise up, church.
Rise up, church.
Greater destiny calling.
Kingdom come.
Kingdom come.
Kingdom
Kingdom come.
Kingdom come.
Arise, it has come. And watch this. For although darkness covers the earth, watch this, a thick darkness, the people. On you, watch this, y'all. Woo. On you, his glory will be seen. Watch this. Nations will go toward your light, and kings toward your shining splendor. Raise your eyes and look around. They are assembling and coming to you. You can have your seats in his presence. Thank you for standing for the word. I want to talk from those first two words of this prophetic utterance from Isaiah. He says these two words: arise and shine. Watch this. Somebody say this with me. Put some light on it. Arise and shine. Now, you have to understand that we're living in an age and in a generation of people, watch this, who have almost become convinced that this book means nothing. I guess I'm already in trouble. We are, as a matter of fact, this is almost lost its importance. And there are people, watch this, who are willing to buy into everything else except this book right here. Watch this. As a matter of fact, this book in some cases has been put on the same level as the Quran and other quote-unquote holy books. But see, here's the thing. If I were to read utterances that prophets wrote about, and I was to read something like the book of Revelation, I could almost watch the nightly news and see that out of all the books that people wrote stuff in, only this one is coming to pass. Oh, y'all, maybe. Only this one is coming to pass. Only the things that have been inscribed in this book right here are coming to pass before our very eyes. Watch this. Here's the thing. There is a lot of negativity going out all through the land right now. Watch, because there are a lot of people who are afraid because this is coming to pass. But here is the thing. Every promise that has been put in this book, it indicates, watch this. He said, I want you to pay attention because there are some things that are going to take place that are going to indicate my return. Watch y'all. And I know you understand this, young people. Y'all know there are some things that are happening right now. Oh, y'all, I'm about to get deep already. What the Supreme Court did the other day got us a little closer to the fulfillment of what was it. Somebody was surprised, but you didn't understand it was already written. It was already declared what would happen. Men would be loved. It was already. Somebody was surprised. But here was the problem, y'all. They were arguing in Oklahoma because they moved some stones from in front of the public building. Somebody asked me how I felt about it, Pastor Jeremy, and this is what I said. I'm not going to argue with anybody over stones in front of a building, because there were people who sinned right in front of the stones that was in front of the building. The issue is not the stones. The issue is what was on the stones being written in your heart. Where there have got to be some people, some young people, some old people that have these words written on your heart. Watch this. Because when they take them stones from in front of the Capitol building, they can't do nothing with the living stones. They can't do nothing with somebody who is a living epistle read of men. So our young people, Pastor Jeremy, are confused because we don't understand, watch this, that there is supposed to be a difference between light and darkness. And what has happened is we have people who are supposed to be representing the light who are copying the darkness. Well, y'all don't want to, yeah, maybe this is too strong. Maybe this is, see, but you have to understand something. Light is greater. Light is greater than darkness. You see, when I was in math, y'all go to math class with me real quick, okay? When we were in math class, they had these things that looked like a triangle, right? And they had three things, right? And they would say greater than, less than. I see y'all went to math class. So he said there is greater than, there's less than, and equal to. So if I were to put a particular triangle in between light and darkness, watch this. The big side will be on the light, and the little side will be on the darkness, because it indicates that light is greater than darkness. I'm gonna prove it to you. See, darkness really. Watch this. Listen to me, y'all. Darkness is not a noun. We're going to English class now. Darkness is not a noun. Darkness is an adjective. Because darkness describes what happens when something is missing. So darkness is really nothing. Darkness is really emptiness. Darkness, watch this. I thought when I was young, I was afraid of the dark. I wasn't afraid of the dark. I was afraid of what I thought was in the dark. Because darkness is nothing. Watch this. How many of y'all have lived in darkness? You lived a life in darkness. Watch this. What you got out of darkness was what? Why this? Because my grandpa taught me that nothing from nothing. Oh, y'all. So everything that comes out of darkness looks like nothing. So when the Bible says that the adversary is the prince of darkness, that means he rules. Y'all didn't hear what I said. I said, so that means when the adversary is the prince of darkness, he rules. Watch. So that means that when you follow after darkness, you are following after nothing. Watch, y'all. Listen, listen. Ooh, Father, help me. So, see, we still in English class, so I'm going to use some synonyms. Y'all know what synonyms are? Okay. Anybody confused as to what a synonym is? Raise your hand if you don't know what a synonym is. I want to make sure. Okay, baby. A synonym is, because I want to make sure everybody understands. A synonym is something that's like something else. So watch. Let me give you some synonyms for darkness. Do that. Here's my favorite one. So when I understand the nature of how our Father, Jeremy, he speaks the end at the beginning. So the way he sets things up in the beginning is an indicator, right, sis? So when the Father saw darkness, Genesis chapter 1, that's real easy. It says that the earth was void and without form. Watch this. Here's another good word for darkness: chaos, disorder. So watch this. The first thing the Father said when he saw darkness was, "Let there be light." Watch this. No. That indicates to me that he has a problem with darkness. That's okay into the place where there's only supposed to be light. Nobody want to talk to me right now. Watch. So when he said, "Let there be light," I'm going to teach you something just real quick. When he first said, "Let there be light," he was not. When he said, "Let there be light," what he did was he commanded his glory to invade the earth. And when his glory invaded the earth, the first thing that happened is order came to chaos. So what he did was he said, "I don't like darkness, I don't like void, I don't like disorder, I don't like chaos." So he spoke a word and said, "Let there be order." Father, Isaiah says that there's going to come a time where darkness is going to cover the earth again. And he said, watch this, but then he said, gross darkness will come upon the people. Let me explain something to y'all right now. It's dark right now. Let me tell you how I know it's dark. Stand up your hand. This right here, how old are you? So, this right here, right? He's a boy. He's a male. He's a boy, right? Stand up, baby. Okay. So he's a boy. She's a girl. Right? Is that real clear? Their anatomy, their makeup, she's a girl. I guess there's some church people that's confused about that. So I'm gonna say it again. He cannot change into her confusion. See, watch this. And what's happening is while we in church having a good time, the people at the school are trying to teach your children that he can be her and she can be him. But at the end of the day, if he grow long hair and get some fingernails and do all that other stuff underneath, I said it. There is no such thing as a transgender. You were made a boy, you gonna die. But it's dark right now because people don't understand. People are confused. Pastor Colbert, see, I learned something from the old people. You know, old people will tell you the truth. But they will love you to pieces. And when people start talking this stuff about loving me but not telling me the truth, you don't love me if you don't tell me the truth. You don't love me if you don't open my mouth and tell me I'm going the wrong way. So what I just said was not hatred. It was all kinds of love in that. Watch this, y'all. I'm gonna get off. But let me explain to you why that is a problem. See, because when the young men are acting in that manner, and the young ladies are acting, see, because I'm confused, pal. I was trying to figure out something. If you are a girl who likes girls, why your girl gotta look like a boy? If you are a man who likes men, why your man gotta switch? See, y'all don't want to talk about this stuff, but I'm telling you right now, this is what I've been assigned to do. His word was established in the heavens. It was settled in the heavens. And no Supreme Court and no judge is going to change it. Legislation won't. Y'all asked me to come. I didn't ask to come. Y'all asked me to come. We have got to make it clear. Because this generation will be confused if we don't make it clear. Baby, if you are a boy and you feel like there is a girl trapped inside of you, the Father did not make you like that. Because he is not the author of confusion. He's not going to make a boy and put a girl inside the boy. That is confusion. Somebody said, why is he talking about that? I'm talking about this because it's happening right in front of our eyes. And you're going to try to figure out why Junior come in the house switching and flicking his wrist and saying, hey, mama, I feel like I'm a girl. Baby, that's a spirit. We're going to cast that demon out of you because you are not a... If it's a girl inside of a boy, she need to be cast out. Father. Watch. Watch this. Ooh, I'm not gonna have time to finish this, y'all. Watch. Watch this. Here is what is going on. Come here, son. 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, talks about the fact, and I'm almost done. 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, Chris, talks about the fact that the God of this world, watch this, has blinded the minds of them who believe not. What does that mean? See, because it also talks about the fact, the Bible also talks about the fact that the adversary can sometimes disguise himself as an angel of light. See, that's how his deception works. He disguises himself as an angel of light. Wow. See, I'm gonna move on, but while I'm moving on, I heard somebody say that. I don't know. Maybe they were born that way. Well, guess what? There's an answer. The Savior told Nicodemus, be born again. Somebody missed that. I said, if you feel like you were born that way, be born again. Watch this. So, 2 Corinthians, let me help you out, son. Can you see okay? You can't see okay? Okay. So, the Bible says that, oh, just follow me, that the God of this world has blinded the minds of them that believe not. Except be picture that the enemy is. Watch this. And all around him. So when he says that the God of this world has blinded the minds of them that believe not, he can't do anything with us out here. But he can change how you see it. Watch this. And what the enemy will sometimes do is put a fake picture. He will put a fake picture in front of your eyes to make you see something. Okay, I know you saw him come on the video with a Rolls Royce Phantom and a piece and chain and all that stuff that looked like it's his. He don't own it. It belongs to the record label. And when the video is over, he got to take it back to the rental company. It's not real. So he wants to make you believe that he can glorify a life of violence, that he can glorify a life that does not please the Father, and all of a sudden, he is balling and shot calling. But at the end of the day, he ain't calling no shots. Watch this. It is an image that is being projected. And there were some people who really think they see, but they wearing goggles. So just turn that way, and I want you to just walk. It's funny until he hurts himself. It's funny until something happens that will destroy him. Sometimes your goggles are your best friends. Goggles are your Facebook friends. Because it is painting an image. He's blind. No, he can see very well. But because there is something that is preventing him from seeing reality, he's blind. And if he had not seen that the carpet that he is standing on was brown, if I told him the carpet was brown, he might not believe me. So what am I telling you, y'all? I'm telling you that sometimes the enemy is painting a picture on your mind with your remote control and with some of your video games. Oh, Lord. And with some of the videos that y'all are watching, that is, watch this. Let me tell you how dark it is. It is so dark that a boy can make millions of dollars by putting a song on the radio that says, it's okay for you to dance on the pole as long as you making it. Watch this. There was a time when there was shame in that stuff. Watch this. There was a time when a young lady would not be okay with achieving becoming a side chick. What is that? You okay with being a side chick? There was one point in time where if you called a woman a certain name, she would slap the taste out of your mouth. Now you call your best friend that. Now it's okay. She's mine. What? Have a seat, son. Have a seat, son. I promise I'm almost done. Give me a few more minutes. I'm almost done. Watch. I need to give you, see, because, watch. Y'all need to understand, you got to go to school. You got to go to high school. You got to go to college. And I'm going to tell you right now, at some point, somebody is going to present some goggles to you. Oh, the professors are doing it right now. Sometimes when those children get to college, they got to go to these sociology classes, and they got to go to all these classes that are trying to convince them that what they have grown up to believe is not the truth. Somebody is trying to offer you some goggles. Why? Because he's trying to present a false reality to you to make you believe a fable. Sounds like the last days, doesn't it? Where people would rather believe a lie. Watch this. But here's what I love, y'all. I kept reading in 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, Pastor Jeremy, see, because I told y'all that light is greater than darkness. So, I mean, everything that comes out of darkness comes to nothing. Because the light is greater. This is what the scripture says in 2 Corinthians chapter 4. He says, God commanded the light. That's why the devil's in control, because he's not in command. But he commanded the light to shine in darkness. Watch this. And your King James Bible says it like this, and the darkness comprehendeth it not. In other words, what is he saying? He's saying that whenever it's time for the light to come on, darkness has no choice but to give away to the light. Oh, y'all see, darkness has no choice. So what the Father said is, I'm in command. And so although darkness has a short moment to go, darkness can only last for a short time. Weeping may endure for a night. Darkness only has so long that it can continue before the daybreak. And so, watch this. And so just like Isaiah prophesied that darkness will come upon the earth. Isaiah allow, it is the word Shekinah. He said he would allow his glory to be upon you. Watch this, y'all. I'm going to get out of your way, but I'm going to tell you some characteristics of light. The first thing that light does is light exposes. Chris. Light, watch this. My grandma said something to me. So see, I believe the older people knew something about light. That's why they had song, walk in the light, beautiful light, come where the dewdrops of mercy shine bright, shine all around us, by day and by night. Y'all heard it before. Y'all heard Jesus, the light. Watch it. And if you came to my church, they'd be singing, look where you brought me from. Brought me out of and into the, oh, somebody heard it before. Watch this. So we have left a generation, Pastor Colbert, that celebrated light and entered a generation that celebrates. Watch this. But light exposes. Watch this, boy. Understand this. Light does not expose me to shame me. Light exposes the thing that needs to be corrected. Somebody better talk to me. He's not light on it because he needs me to correct it. He shed some light on it because he's from with the light off. If you look in the mirror with the light off in the bathroom, you don't find what needs to be fixed. But the moment you turn the light on and you look in the mirror, you see what it really is. So light exposes the thing that needs to be corrected. Watch this. Light attracts attention. Watch this. And somebody, where everybody look. You know why? Because light is designed to attract attention. I'll tell y'all something right now. See, I got saved really early. Really early. Those of us who I would stand on the picnic table at Laura Reed's Elementary School in Silsbee, Texas, and I would stand on the picnic table. That's how I spent my recess. I stood on the picnic table and preached. But see, the thing was, I wasn't saved yet. I just felt this unction. See, I woke up one morning and I said, I'm going to preach. And I got my little red Bible. And I had my suit on too. I had a suit. I had a three-piece. I wore a three-piece to elementary school. I don't know what y'all wear everything. Pants hanging all down. I wore a three-piece suit and a bow tie to elementary school. I wasn't Muslim. But I'm serious. I woke up one morning and I said, I'm going to preach. And I got up. And I got on the bus, and them kids looking at me, And at lunchtime, watch this. When the bell rung for recess, I went outside, and I got on the picnic table. And I opened my Bible upside down first. And then when I opened my Bible, and I just opened it, and I just started reading, and I put my hand up like this, and I was kicking my leg up, and I was just preaching my message. I'm going to put my Bible down. I'm getting down off the picnic table, and we're going to fight. Because I wasn't saved. But I felt something in me. Something was stirring in me, although I did not have a relationship with the Father, something was stirring in me, telling me this is what I was born to do. All those people that are making fun of you, some of them see it already. And they are making fun of you because the adversary is trying to use them to convince you not to do it. God, y'all. And I cried. I was so upset because I went through school and people made fun of me all the time. I bowed my head to pray for my lunch. I opened my eyes. All my lunch is gone, except my Jell-O, because nobody wanted it. That's what I did, y'all. Watch. But I didn't realize that the reason why they were making fun of me was because they saw something on me. They saw something. They want to be doing what you're doing. That girl don't want to be hot and fast like that. Don't you follow after her. They're jealous. They were jealous. Oh, I said, Sing, why would you be jealous of me? We didn't even have the money to buy Michael Jordans. Huh? I'm going to tell y'all something. I got made fun of because I had some shoes that my mom bought from Family Dollar. And on the back of them, they had some letters, and I tried to hide it. You know, I pulled my pants down like that. And they wasn't Michael Jordans. They was called XJ900s. So watch this. They couldn't have been jealous of my shoes. My clothes came from some other place. They couldn't have been jealous of my clothes. They must have been jealous of something else that was on me. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. Say it like this. Say they jealous of me. Them girls don't like you because you don't sleep with all the boys. Those boys jealous of you because, see, I didn't want to have a baby mama. I got one, but I put a ring on it. Watch, y'all. I promise. So light attracts attention. It attracts good attention, but also attracts bad attention. I live in the country, and when we turn the porch light on, playing in the projects, this is what my mama said. You be outside playing, but as soon as you see that porch light on, you gotta be made to the house. Mom said. And I was away and having trouble. But see, in the country, when we turn the light on, the porch light on, all these bugs come from nowhere. I mean, they just start. Well, that's a moth. I ain't never seen no moth that look like that. What kind of bug is that? Bugs are irritating. Bugs give you nerves. You know when them bugs flying in your face, you just. But see, somebody got smart and they made an invention, Chris. And whenever they made this invention, they kept the light, but they added something around the light. So when those bugs came toward the light, the bugs got zapped. Let me tell you what kind of light is upon you. When he says the glory of God is risen upon you, that means everything that comes against you to try to cancel out, it's ordained for you to walk into, will be light produces heat. When he says these words, arise and shine. Radiate. Because whenever the light radiates, that means that there are some rays of light that are beaming off. Oh, God. That means that those rays of light are piercing the darkness. That means that when those rays of light go out and shine forth, the same way you were before you came to this conference, because the Father wants to put some light on you so when you go back to school, you can radiate. Watch this. Peter says it like this. Peter says it like this. You are a chosen generation. You are a royal priesthood. You are a peculiar people that you should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness and into his marvelous light. He calls you out of the darkness, and then he calls you into the light, and then he commands you to go back to the darkness and put some light on it. Watch this, y'all. Here's the last thing. I believe that there is a generation of young people. Watch this, y'all. Listen to me close. Who the enemy has tried to blind your minds, but he blinded your mind with an experience.